Hey, so this is my second attempt at blogging, and I'm just going to take on some of the questions that people send me and that I get asked a lot. And one of the questions that I get asked many, many times is, do I have any advice for new writers or young writers who are starting out, especially Pacifica writers? And so I think I've got four quick tips for writers. Taking in mind too that I don't see myself as an expert. I see myself very much as a learning, developing, and growing writer, and I've got heaps to learn still. But anyway, so my tips for new writers, number one is to read a lot. There is no way that you can write books or stories unless you're also reading heaps. And I mean read a wide range of stuff. You won't know what's good and what isn't unless you're reading a lot. Number two is to don't get distracted. Um, a lot of times we start a book or we start a story and everything's going great. Then it starts to get boring or it starts to get like hard work. And so we stop and we put it to the side and we go start something else. And that something else is new and exciting and fascinating. And we write that for a bit until that becomes hard work. And then we stop and we go start something new. And what happens is we never finish anything. So I think that we need to remember that writing a book is it's work, and there's going to be days where you hate the sight of it, and then other times when we just have to keep pushing forward. And so, yes, give yourself a project and a deadline and stick to it. Number three is to write what you want to read. I mean, if you're not interested in reading it, then how the heck is anybody else supposed to like it? And lastly, number four, and I think this one is particularly important for our Pacifica writers, is that we should write from our experience. Um, as an English teacher, I would often have students, really, really good writers, handing in lots of writing about other places out there in the universe or in England or America and the gangs or whatever. And I think it's important for us to recognize that some of the most powerful stories are from our own everyday experiences. Even though Telesa is supernatural and paranormal, it's very much set in my familiar surroundings from when I was growing up and draws on a lot of my childhood experiences as being a young woman in Samoa. So I think, yeah, recognize our stories, our setting, they have value and they're really interesting to read about. So don't discount those.